Hey friends, welcome to this video. Today we are going to do a super short and simple creative practice that doesn't require a lot of equipment. You'll need some mixed media paper or watercolor paper. You'll need some water, a nice big chunky brush and some paint, so black or brown. I'm using gouache, but you can use watercolor or watered down acrylic paint. You might also want a straw, so I've made a straw out of a post-it note. It didn't work too well, but if you've got a straw to hand, then it can be quite fun to add that to this process. And if you have any breathing difficulties, such as asthma, it can be helpful to have a straw or something that you can blow through. We're going to paint a kind of spooky autumnal tree, and I did this practice with my workshop group a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, it's not Halloween anymore, but it's still really fun to have a go, and you can make it bright and colourful if you want to. So starting off by wetting your brush, make sure you've got your paint on your palette, and start with the trunk. So lots of water on the brush and create a cylinder shape. You can make it quite thin and then add more as you go. And you want to water down your paint and then place it on the water that you've just put on the paper. So I've got some black paint and I'm just marking out the shape of my trunk and the ground. And I've just grabbed my straw and I'm seeing if I can blow the paint up the trunk. And you want to make sure that there's a decent amount of water so that it glides across the paper. As you can see, it wasn't really having the desired effect, so I ignored the straw, but the straw can be really beneficial, as I said. Once you've put the water down and the paint, you take a big breath in, fill up the belly, and then blow on the water so that it splashes out. Sorry, my head got in the way then. And you can choose how much you want to explore and experiment with this. And again, different colours, so browns or maybe adding a little bit of green in there. And you can use your brush to manipulate the paint and move it around if need be. So I added a little bit of green to the bottom. I just wanted to, add a little bit of colour. And once it's dry, once the whole thing is dry, you can go in with some nice bright oranges and yellows and green and add some leaves if you want to. Or this is kind of a nice starting point, a base really. If you wanted to cut out some leaves and stick them to the branches and the trees, then that can be fun. You can kind of use your imagination here, but this is a really great place to start. And I would highly recommend getting out for a walk and looking up at the trees to get some inspiration. I got the inspiration for this on my own walk, and these are photos that I took in my local park, and I just thought this would be a really fun practice to do, and it was. You can also tip the paper up, and if you've got any excess water, you can manipulate it and move it around, and you can create as many sprays and branches and twigs as you like. and you can do a whole row of them, a whole forest. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you've enjoyed it. See you soon. Bye.